Hello and welcome to the Alchemy Factory One Plot Challenge here at One Last Turn. This is episode 8, and last week we upgraded our glass and brick setup by making a more compact and scalable sand setup, and also hooking that up with purchase portals. And then we did the big build that we did is bronze. They're over here, copper bearings and bronze rivets. I alluded to wanting to get into Saturn production for a lot of money and as well as a lot of experience for upgrade points. And we are getting into that, but first we gotta take care of a bit of a resource issues that we have. We're completely out of wood basically, and we don't have that much steel production either. So we're gonna do those things first, make a temporary wood setup, get as much wood as we can, while we then also get our steel setup to run a little, to produce a little more, and then hopefully when we're done with those things, we can start moving into the actual Saturn setup. That is the plan, at least. We are also gonna look at our quests and see if we can't do these, especially this one. 200 silver would really help us with getting to that money, getting enough money to actually run the Saturn setup. So we'll take out some yeast from the transformation potions setup. It is backfilled anyway, so that should be fine. And wooden pulleys should also be good. We just gotta remember to do that today because they are running out today. Okay. So we are getting our pulleys there, so that's fine. So let's take out this trashing here of the wood, put down a box instead. Get some more wood that way. We will set up some temporary producers here. Cool. And as you can see, completely backfilled on the transformation potions, so let's just adjust this setup a little bit. Steal some yeast for that quest, and we should be all good to go. Just gotta remember to do those quests before the day is over. Let's make a new floor for the Saturn setup. It is going to be quite a large setup. It's much bigger than anything that we've done so far. It's not that complex, it just takes a lot of space, a lot of production. So we'll give it its own floor. Up here. And we're out of bricks, but we did do that last time, so we should have plenty. There we go. This needs to be like this, so we can actually get our infrastructure up and down if we need it. Okay, so steel production. Let's oh no. I wanted to just use what we have already so we have an idea of the space that we have to work with. I want to place it here still, and I think it should be doable. Let's take it upstairs so we can work on it in the light. And as you saw, we had one space here left to work with. First things first, I want to use these new stackable crucibles that we got. That means we'll have to move this slightly so we can get one of these in here and get the coal up into the crucibles. Then we need to grind it, and let's use these new grinders to save on space in this direction, and you will see why in a sec when we do it. But first, actually, let's dismantle this a little bit, because why not just have the inputs run all the way next there, instead of there's an additional belt here. There's no reason to do that. Okay, but we're using the enhanced grinders. That way we'll save on the space in this direction a little bit. Instead of having 4 grinders, we can just have 2, and we can run this back over here. And why would we want to do that? Well, because with these crucibles, we can actually put the Athanor directly on top of them. And then we can simply run the coke powder into the Athanor this way. Very neat, very compact. We need our priority merger with the iron to go in, the iron to go out from the Athanor, and then we just need to have the additional iron that we need. We just need that to go in up here, and additionally we'll get the steel to go out here. We don't actually need these two. Very nice, small, compact. We didn't exceed our boundary. Very, very nice. And we can just take this and get some more wood, of course, and some more steel. Just as predicted, we would be running out of those. Let's see how much that would be up here. How much yeast do we have? Not quite enough yet, but soon we will have some. This tiles very neatly. Bam, bam, bam. And now we have 3 times the amount of Athanors, and thus 3 times the amount of steel. We're just missing one thing, that is the additional iron. And we're gonna need 7.5 iron per, which adds up to needing 2 iron smelters, because each iron smelter produces 20 and we'll need 22.5. We can also take our processors and throw them back here. Very neatly. This all fits together. Let's see here. take the output of the iron, pull it up here, and spread it out across all of these priority mergers. And that is a nice and compact build. Then we just get our steel gears to come out of the back here. And then now all we need is our purchasing portals and somehow to get our iron ores up here. But let's take this. Let's cut it and let's save it as a blueprint so we don't lose it. 3x steel. And as the sun is setting, let's check the yeast. We have exactly what we need. Then we just need to get some copper bearings. That was enough. And some bronze rivets. That is enough as well. And a few healing potions. Well, that is downstairs. That's vitality. And that is healing potions. We can just jump out this window here. And that is our quest. Wonderful, 200 silver, and we should also have enough pulleys for the random quest as well, and these two have plenty of time. Cool, 215 silver is not something you'd want to miss, so that is definitely very nice that we were able to get those. Now let's go demolish our existing steel setup. We can leave the purchasing portals. Let's see if we can't fit this in here. Let's get rid of this. We'll also get rid of the first of these. Here it seems to fit neatly. And this of course needs to move. We can set up our purchasing portals. Needs to purchase coal, of course. Let's get some of that. Let's get some of those gridlocks as well as 4 more or 3 more purchasing portal things. I think that's fine. 1, 2, 1, 2. Some gridlocks in here so we don't get too many coal ores. Let's just also... Oh, I was too slow for that. Let's see, are we getting... We're not getting fuel. That is probably because it isn't connected here, which is slightly an issue, but we will be able to fix that back up one day. How is the income looking, the expenses? I mean, obviously with the quest rewards, we are very good. 10 silver it looks like is our profit, but we also did purchase a bunch of coal. I don't think we'll be purchasing that much coal in the future. So yeah, it's good. It's good that we are still in a positive. Let's just connect this here, and now we got the coke flowing. We can get this set back up. That should mean everything goes. We have the coke powder coming in there very neatly. We have some iron coming in. We have some iron coming back out. Back feeding into itself. Wonderful. And we have our first piece of steel. They'll go down to become gears. We can put our box for gears here. And hook that back up to the existing line. And we didn't actually use that much more of a footprint, which is really nice. But we are missing some catapults to guide the iron in here. And I really don't see any other way. We can't fit these here. We could fit them over here, but we would have to draw the coins out in an awkward fashion. So I think we're just gonna have to well, we really like to get it in there. Can I do this? I could. Okay. And then we'll need a purchasing portal. Oh, they need a little bit more spacing to do that. That's fine. I hope. I think it is fine. Nope. I guess we will have to... Can we use a cannon? Maybe? Not there, at least. Can we use a cannon from here? No, too close. How about if we place the cannon here? It's also too close. Can't really set up the targeting on this one either. Oops, that's not what I want to do. I want to delete it. Okay, how far away does the cannon have to be? So this could work. Could it also work from here? Nope. It's not the prettiest solution for sure. I won't claim that, but it does work, and we don't need the space for anything. So I think that's just gonna be how it is. That's just the sacrifice we make for having this very nice setup here and then this not so nice setup here, and potentially if we really wanted to there is room here. And conversely also on the next one. And we could have a purchasing portal somewhere like here or something that feeds them. It would create more of a buffer issue and we would have to route money underneath all of this, but it's definitely doable if we ever need to use the space for anything. But I don't think so, so I think we'll be fine. We're producing steel gears, much better rates now, and the excess iron ingot production is also already backing up because we are producing 40 excess and we only need 22 and a half. So that is perfectly fine. We are also producing extra coal. I don't know if you noticed, but these do 40 and the crucibles do 20 and the enhanced grinders do 20, so we're doing 40 coke powder, sorry, but we're only using 30 per. It's just that if we had to do the correct ratio, we would need one more Athanor, and then it would fill a lot more because we would have to do some crazy kind of routing of the coke powder and stuff like that. So I think this is fine to sacrifice that a little bit. It also means that it just costs a little bit less to run, but obviously we're producing a little bit less than we could with, I mean, it wouldn't take much more than an additional extra furnace, so 3 more spaces in this direction. Anyways, that is our additional steel gears that we got going for us, and we can just dump some of all this excess steel that we have in our inventory as well. That is good. And let's just do one more purchasing run of wood, because they should all be run out at this point, all the extra wood producers that we had. And in the same bearing, we can just look at any new quests. This needs to be done today. We're just missing the pulleys. We should have those right here. So that is done. Then we have a bulk order for 3 more days for the yeast is what we're missing, and the bronze rivets pretty much. And then we have this one, which we aren't producing turquoise, and we probably won't be making that within 4 days. So this one is probably gonna be missed. But we do have quite a decent bit of backlog. Quite a bit buffer on coins, so I'm not that worried. We have like 250 silver that's not in the system yet, and we have a lot of money in the system already, so I think we're good to go. All right, I think we just need to unlock it actually, so I do need some of that money. I think we are good to go. With the Saturn. Building it, at least. Then we'll see about hooking it up when we're done. We need a shaper for sure. That's how you make it, just like the Jupiter. We haven't unlocked it yet, of course. But I know that we are gonna need a lot, and I mean a lot, of sand. Let's get some more iron nails and some more wood. Let's also set up the logs like I said I would. I had to make a cut there for a little while. It is actually the next day for me. But anyways, we're in the process of just gathering up a little bit of resources. Some iron nails I know we need for sure. Let's just replace this with a slightly larger box for the future. And then let's get back to the shaper. Let's see, did we unlock? We did not. Saturn there. And that should be all the money that we need, so we can throw the rest into here. And we did look through these. Now, didn't pick up the wood. Gotta remember to do that. Okay, here we go. Saturn. We need 2 full belts of salt, 2 full belts of brick, and 2 full belts of glass. We are producing glass and bricks, so let's just see. We know that we're using 1 full belt of sand to do 20 glass, so we need 12 times this, so 12 full belts of sand. And for the bricks, we are doing the bricks is 1-to-1 with this, with the clay, and clay is it's 1/4, so we need 4 times as much, so we need 8, so we need 20 full belts of sand. It's gonna be okay. We can definitely make that eventually, at least. So let's just get into it. I think we will start with the sand because that is the most straightforward one. Let's just build it out as much as we can from our existing blueprint here. I don't mind that we can't do this back part. Let's just start off with stacking it up a bit. Let's see if we can't. I think we... So what we said, we need a few more gears. Large wooden gears. I do believe we have some of those and some small gears as well. That's good. We need 12 full belts of sand, and we can do 6 on the same floor. We can get rid of this top section here. Also this excess wood. Might as well save ourselves a little bit on the resources that we know are scarce. Okay, so this would make 12. And we need to get it down somewhere. So let's do that. There we go, and there we go, and there we go, and there we go. This should give us 6 belts, or it will give us 6 belts of sand, and then we just need to take this and put it into some glass making furnaces, and let's just, for symmetry purposes, I think we should do it like this. Then we can have, okay, end of day. Let's see, how did we fare? It's good when we do 2 Jupiters. That really helps us with the profits. Plus 80, so like plus 66. That's really good. That's really good. The iron cost has come down. Wonderful. I think we'll do like this. So the input is on the top. And I think we will get the, actually let's do it like this. So we get the input of the coal down on this level, and then we will have the input like this. This will have to come down, and the same for this. Yeah, that is more correct, is not? No, it's too high. The other one was right. I guess we could just go straight in. No reason to. There's no reason to have that extra piece of conveyor down there. We like that. Okay, so we can go like this. And of course, we have to move the stuff up. Not like that. There we go. Fairly clean, if I do say so myself. We can just move this closer. We can even take out this part. Just stack it up like that. We could also, I mean, if we did want to avoid moving it up and down, so that's F, and then we, oops, that's not what we want it. B, and then we can cut it, and then we can remove it. We can place it down with some spacing, and let's see, we can get rid of this and this like that. So if we do it like this, then we don't have to make it go all the way down to the floor and all the way up again. It's not gonna do much of a difference, but does irk me slightly, so let's just change it. And the more interesting one is probably this one. Not the middle one, these outer ones here. Because they're actually just gonna go down one. We could just altogether avoid those. Have the middle ones feed into the top run here directly. That's gonna be way cleaner. So I think I want to do that. So these will feed into the top ones directly. And then we can just take this and cut it and move it, and take this, cut it and move it. We can take this out, and we want it to enter here, so it needs to go down just one. There we go. So now if we take this, oops, gotta cut it, take this, we'll have the one on the floor going directly, and then we'll have the middle one going directly into the further ones here, and then we'll have the top ones going down a little bit and feed into the middle ones here, and they'll take in the whatchamacallit, the coal coke, the fuel on this line, and this is then of course we gotta get some purchasing portals. Let's just start with the 3 that we need, and while we're at it we can just take a look at our quest as well. 2 days for that, that's fine. 2 days for this, but it needs a Saturn, and I doubt we'll be able to make that in time. Let's just get fast. Let's get 7, because we'll need some for the bricks as well. And the rest we can take later. We'll undoubtedly need a few more. Okay, but we need double, and question is, do we need more wood than this? We probably do. Let's just gonna store the wood there, and I'm gonna get some more logs just so we need the money, of course, just so we have the wood, or at least that we are producing as much wood as we possibly can. Within the confines of our setup, at least. At least we'll know that we we tried, right? Okay, so we need one of these that goes, and we need to get our wood, of course. We need a purchasing portal that goes here, and then we need to you see, it's going in on this level, but we also needed to go in on the upper ones, But how do we do that with this sort of spacing? We would have to... It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work like this, at least. Can we somehow get it up here? Because it might still work. Let's say we get it up here. Let's just do this. So we got it up here. Can we get it further up? We can't do it in the middle here. We can't do it on the edge. We would have to do it like on top of this. So we need to build some kind of support here. And then we have a beam. But that beam is too long, but luckily we have these kinds of beams now. Very nice. Then we can run like that. Very nice. There we go. Then we don't actually need this. So we can save that and then we can still access these as well. Okay, so that is one full belt of glass. Let's just get the outputs as well. How do we want to merge it? Can we merge it in a way that doesn't take up 2 spaces? Can, of course, just do this. That's probably just what we'll do. That seems perfectly reasonable. That's our first belt of glass here, and we need 2 of these setups. And now you'll be able to see what I mean by it's just gonna take up so much space. We need some gears. We can definitely get our steel gears. We definitely have more of those. We need some stone. Hopefully we have more of those. And we need some rope, and I know we have some of that as well. 400 rope, that should be plenty. And stone should be here. 600. It's enough for right this second, but we might just get a little bit of money to buy a little bit of stone. I think that would be wise. Nope, that's cool. Don't want that. Okay. And everything is backed up down here. That's cool. We need these steel gears, which we should have a lot of, and we do, due to our brand new setup, which is very, very nice. It's not backlogged yet, but compared to earlier, I do believe that it is quite well stocked. It is actually starting to be backlogged, so that's also very nice. We almost couldn't keep it stocked before, so we are maximizing our potential there. Now we can't place them next to each other like this, but they can't share the belt because it's a full belt already. I don't think that we need to. Actually, we might. We might need to conserve space a little bit. So let's just do that, and then we'll just look at the end of the day, apparently. It always sort of comes as a surprise to me, it seems. I'm not really keeping track. There we go. There we have 2 full lines of glass in towards the shaper. With regards to that daytime cycle and stuff, we could do a thing. What we could do is we could. There's one of the upgrades. One of the upgrades for the workbench extends the amount of time that your shop is open, so you sleep later. And I think you can even do pretty much 24 hours now. I think they did an update that allows that. But it's sort of, I mean, in the beginning, it doesn't really make much sense to do it because you kind of want that fast track skip on the non-automatic nurseries on those plant fields. So what are they called? The seed plots. But now that we don't have that, we could technically do it, but it's going to elongate the day, which means that in real life time, it's going to elongate it, which means that if we were to continue running 6 days, then the episodes would get that much longer. And I do want to keep it around this mark, which is the hour and a half. So it would mean some kind of awkward cutoff points, or we would have to reduce the amount of in-game days, and then sort of counting them and stuff like that. So, I mean, if you want to see it, feel free to leave a comment and letting me know. But I don't think that I'm gonna do it. At least not currently. But we'll see. Maybe that all changes. A fun side effect that you might have just seen there that I just noticed is the cannons. The ammunition or whatever it's shooting, it doesn't have any collision boxes, so it'll definitely shoot through the floor if that's how the curve of the shot is lined up. So that is kind of funny. We'll be able to see it through the floor sometimes. Anyways, that is the 2 belts of glass. Now we need 2 belts of bricks. And what did I say? I said that we need the same amount of these, right? We need 12 kilns, so we'll need again those 6 by 6, but we only need 4 times sand per, so we can do the exact same setup. Um, I'll have to move them apart because these assemblers would have to come between the sand and the kilns. And then of course also we would need to reduce the sand towers, but that is perfectly okay. Let's just get some more nails while we're at it, so we don't run out. Maybe if we have some more steel gears as well. Cool. So yeah, let's start by just copying this. And copy. Not quite enough. A little bit more clay and some more steel gears and some more regular gears. So let's just go get the clay and the regular gears. Uh, Regular gears we have there, and clay we did have the foresight to stock up on a little bit. Maybe we'll grab a little bit more. I didn't entirely see how much we needed, but this will for sure be enough. Let's build it in 2 parts. We can take this and we'll just start by placing it over here, and we'll see what we're gonna do with it. What issues are we having? Oh, we're just clipping into something, I think. Okay. So we can just take this out. And this here. And we'll throw it all together afterwards. Maybe we just move this. We could also move. Do we have the room? We most definitely don't have the room to move this monstrosity. So let's set up a little box here where we can put some of our excess stuff that we most likely won't be needing. Bandages, yeast, we can just throw that out. Won't be needing these or the money. That should allow us to take all of this and we can cut it. And we want to have one space here, and we don't want it overlapping in that direction. So this should place it right up against the edge. We're not gonna have anything running on the back of it, so that's gonna be just fine. We just want our money belt to run along here. That way we can also take this, we can move it forward a smidge, and we did not want this to happen, but that's fine. We'll just leave that for now. Anywho, we also need these big boys, but we can just settle. Apparently not. That is quite annoying. Well, do we have the... Whoops. That means we go all the way down. Do we have the steel gears now? Is this quest still one more day? So we're fine. And this takes turquoise, the new quest, which we don't have. We might want to turn this one in today or tomorrow. Okay, and we were wanting some more steel gears. I don't think that was enough. Gonna try and see if we can't copy and paste this. I don't know why it doesn't want to. But we could just take this part, right? Nope. It has a lot of the steel. What is using steel gears in this? Oh, it's the enhanced grinders, which is also quite annoying because we don't need that many enhanced grinders, and I don't know why it won't let me copy. Maybe if we go down one more. And just copy to here. Nope. Don't know why that doesn't work. That is quite annoying. We can't just build it from scratch, I guess. Maybe we'll just do that instead. Okay. And like on the other side, let's just get rid of the excess. A little bit more involved when it's in between. Wait, what? Oh yeah, that's that's correct. Just confused myself there for a second. Thought I might have messed something up, but they do need to have those. There we go, that's all the extra stuff. And this one is quite easy here, since there's none of the very tall. What's it called? There's no input that's taller than this. There's only 2 in total, so that makes it easier. Okay, so this is the same so far, and what we want to do is we want to have a bunch of assemblers. More specifically, we want to have 4 per belt here. So I think what we are going to do, I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but I think we'll be like this. And then we will stack it on top. Can't you do that with assemblers? Does it have to be metal stands? Could have sworn you could stack assemblers. Okay, I guess not. That's okay. Then we'll just move everything ever so slightly. And then we will have a secondary row in front. I think that is how much we need, or maybe I am completely wrong. I am completely wrong. Cool. That, I mean, it does make it a lot easier that I'm completely wrong. Just need 1 assembler per, and you probably spotted this immediately, didn't you? The reason why I want a gap here, it's not technically necessary, but it does make it slightly easier to work with when we are routing in the whatchamacallits. Coal coke. Wow. Does make it slightly easier to get the coal coke in. And or charcoal powder. This needs to be 2 separate lines as well. Okay. That means we'll take this in here. Then we'll take this here. And in here. So for the back ones, they'll just go like this. For the front ones, they'll go in here. One go direct or up and over to the back one, and the other one, sorry about that, I had a yawn there, and the other one will go straight in, and then this will produce 60 clay, but these need 20. Each. So one of these will take an entire row. So this sort of setup is unnecessary. Don't know how I hit that. Let's just kill it and we'll reestablish it. Not like that. Okay. So this just needs to be straight lines like this. Okay. We can take this one and demolish it. We can take this one and try and position it with a T. It goes there and it goes there. And we'll probably have to get coal in from this side. This, sorry that this episode is a little bit more... It's a little bit more involved for me thinking-wise, it seems. So I'm not commenting as much. And I apologize for that. It's not like it's a complicated setup or anything. It is just you have to in where I'm from, we have a saying that basically translates: you have to keep your tongue straight in your mouth. I'm assuming it has something to do with sometimes when people are really concentrating, they stick their tongue out a little bit, and at least I've seen that in some popular culture. Maybe that's where it's coming from. That's what I'm thinking. I have to keep my tongue straight in my mouth because it is a bit of a brain twister. This setup should be able to somewhat connect this a little bit at this point, though. Actually, nope, don't want to do that. We can wire this like this, and that is actually it does mean that we have to go in like this with the salt. I think that's going to be fine. If we can place the salt setup somewhere here, that would be optimal, I guess. We could also, if we wanted to, we could move this entire thing over here instead, and then have the salt in this corner, but I'm not sure how. I don't think the salt is that large of a setup. But this is the bricks and the glass. Oh, it's not. We need the coal coke. My bad, my bad. And how much do we need? We need 2 belts, right? Yeah, 2 belts of coal coke. Let's just go look at how this setup produces coal coke. It does 60 planks, turns into 60 coal coke. Okay, so we just need 4 of these. 3 furnaces for table saws. Cool. Cool. 4 table saws. 1, 2. Do we stack them? Maybe we do stack them. Just try and conserve space a little bit. I think this is how we stack them. Yep. Cool, cool. Now, obviously, this comes out here. This comes out here, and then we need our 3 furnaces. And we are out of stone. I think 300's enough. Let's find out, I guess. We need 3 furnaces. And we are getting some fuel running in this direction. 3 furnaces, and we want a bunch of crucibles. And we want a bunch of grinders. And we could for sure do enhanced crucibles or stackable crucibles and then the enhanced grinders on top, but it's not actually necessary for charcoal because it is already a 1-to-1, and this is actually more like space efficient. So we're just gonna go with the flow there. And let's just take that out there. This will also go here and there. That should be split evenly. I don't know if we can't just do this. Is there an... Oh, there is 9, isn't there? We do 60. They all do. But there doesn't need to be 9. It's just the issue, isn't it? Because this is 60 and it goes into 30 and 30, yeah, and 60. So 60 and 60 and 60 and 60. That should be fine. We need to get some stuff down somehow. This is gonna be 1 belt. That can go there. And this is gonna be 1 belt. That can go here. And then of course we need some purchasing portals. We need 4 more of the... And now we need to do this one. I didn't even remember. I don't even remember the day changing. So let's just do this one before I completely forget once again. We need our bronze. Copper bearings and our bronze rivets, and we need our yeast. There we go. Money secured, and let's just do this one while we're at it, and the rest of these ones we are unable to do. We wanted 4 more of these. And if I aren't mistaken, we need 9 more, maybe even 12 more for the salt. But to each time, damn it, We need the railing, man. We need the railing. S- Somebody please make a blueprint of some sort of railing for this shit. It's just, oh, it's getting real annoying. Oh, god damn it. God damn it. We haven't configured these purchasing portals, so we can for sure just plop them in here. Now, how do we get... We need to move this forward once. That's gonna be fine. But we need to get it forward once, otherwise we can't pipe or conveyor, I guess. Can't get it up to the top spot. But this will be just fine as well. And then we can just do this. Here we go. And of course, we'll have the money boat going here. And that is our bricks. And we better remember to fill in recipes on all this. Otherwise, we're not gonna make it very far. I can't remember if I have said this in an earlier episode. I might have said it in one of the first ones, but there's a shortcut for copy pasting recipes. Very handy. I'm on sort of like a weird keyboard though, so I can't really specify which key it is for you, but you can see it in the options. For me, it's comma and period. Nope. Which one is it? Here, copy recipe, paste recipe. You can just set it here. Mine's comma and period, but I don't know what it is for you. Now the last thing we need is salt. And we just unlocked salt, so we haven't had time to look at it really. But salt is somewhere. Huh. Is it a good? Yeah, it's good. You can sell salt. I doubt we'll ever do that, but it is a possibility. Two possible options, Athanor and Stonecrusher. You can certainly do Athanor, and it is the most cost efficient, but space efficiency wise, it's just completely insane. You need so many Athanors, especially for the is it Saturn? It's especially for the Saturn that we're building. It's just not feasible to use the Athanor recipe. I also think that to make it truly efficient, the Athanor, it's something that you have to maybe space-wise at least, in some degree, it's still very, you need many Athanors, but the charcoal powder and the quicklime powder setups are very dense, but there's a later machine called a cauldron where you can feed stuff into a magical cauldron that spits out other stuff based on some value tables and stuff. And I think with that recipe you can make it slightly more space efficient, but just it's not feasible for us with this one plot challenge at all. So we're not gonna bother, and we're just gonna go straight into the Stone Crusher. And we have our final day. That was actually a lot faster than I thought it would be. Of course, um, initially when the plan was for the shaper, didn't have the plan to spend a day, maybe a day and a half on reworking some of the factory, especially the steel setup. Um, so I think we are doing pretty good time-wise, but we might have to cut ourselves a little bit short. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just continue until we finish the shaper, or at least until we finish the salt. But as I was saying, salt, rock crusher, that's what we're going to do. And to see the ratios, of course, we need the same amount. We need 2 full belts. Did we get any interesting quests? We can do this one, yeah. 2 days, plenty of time. Let's just buy a piece of salt. Very expensive as I said, so also why we needed a little bit more money in the bank. But I think we have 500 buffered in the bank when we put these 200 in, so that's gonna be really nice. Let's just try and see if we can't build it here. So we get 20 salt per machine, which means we need 12 of these. And they each need a filter splitter. And we want the sand to come out of on top. I think is gonna be the most reasonable. And of course then I did it wrong. You can't copy recipes from there apparently. It's kind of annoying. Okay, so this is obviously not a full build. This is we're gonna need 6 in a row to make it a full build. We do just have space for that width-wise, and it would make things a lot less complicated. We don't have space though, because where are we gonna have our second row? We are gonna do something else then. We are going to build on top of it like we have with other stuff. And let's see if our big beam can reach. Big beam is too big, and I also think this is what we tried to do. No, we didn't. But this is too big, so we do need to have... we need to cut this and move it twice. We're just gonna make sure we can run things behind here. We can, no problem. So we're gonna do this. I mean, we could take one of these, but then we can't have the filter splitters. We would have to have the filter splitters coming out of it, and would have to... This would be 60, so it would be a little bit different. I think I'm just gonna do this because I started doing this, but we could actually use this setup if we really wanted to. Can't do this though. Okay. Can we do this? I mean, we can. It's 8. Okay, I'm fine with that. I am fine with that. Let's just waste a little bit of steel. We should have plenty. That was actually a lot less than I thought we would have, but it's fine. Alternatively, we would have to... Wow, this is really hard to build with. Okay. But we can take all of this and we can pop it up here. We don't need this really, so I don't know why I did it like that. Could have just placed 4. I'm starting to think this might not be the best idea. We need 12, so we did need to stack it twice. You know what? Let's just no. Let's just disregard everything I said. And let's use this one. Confirm. And we need some more wood and a little bit more steel gears. That is the reason. Okay, yeah. Cool. Wow, I am just doing great. But yeah, the reason why we don't want to do this is we don't want the can't use the grinders. They just come out like that. But what we want is to make 2 full belts. And each of these gives 20 salt, but they give 40. They give 40 material in total, because they also give sand in 20. They also give 20 sand, which means that we need 3 of these to make 1. And we can do this. And this way we can also have our... Thought I was being smart there. Apparently not. There we go. Then this just needs to go back once. And let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2. Take this one out. 1, 2. And then we need to get up here where we can just put 1, 1, 1, and 1, 1, 1. And then of course I was very smart and I took it back just to the line. We can't actually do that because we have to raise stuff up. Let's put it here. Right? Yes. Okay. And then we'll have our filter splitters that will take sand out on top. And we will take it out there, there, and we will just copy and paste that. Then we have salt on these bottom ones. And we'll also get salt in from there, and we'll also get salt from there. So that takes care of the salt. And then we have this will be 60, right? This is only 9. God damn it. Do we have room? We don't have room. Oh no, I thought I was being really smart. I thought I was being really smart. We need one more of these towers. I think we're just gonna have to put it like here or something. It'll just not be a part of this. Oh man. Can we fit it over here? Needs 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3. No, we only have 3 spaces. And it can't be here either, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then it can't get around here. No. Can it be here? 1, 2, 3. Nope. It cannot. It cannot. I mean, really, the issue is this hole here. We can't move that at this point. Can bring this forward slightly. Put it sort of just in the middle of everything. Yeah, we can do that. Let's do that. Anyways, this is gonna be 1. And then conversely, we'll have 1 over here. And then we will do the same with the sand. Get sand out here. There we go. And let's just copy that thing. Let's take all of it. Damn it. That was the day, but as I said, we are just going to continue until this sand build is done. We're almost there. And then in the next episode, I didn't want to do that. How much forward do we want it? Something like this, maybe? With 2 space, we cannot run between it. So let's move it 1 more forward. Here, we have the space, cool. And then we will just copy 1 more of these. And confirm. And we need 3 portals and some more rope. And we got another random quest. This one we should be able to do as well. Gotta remember to bring the rope. And wood, if we have any. We do have plenty of wood. So it's a good thing we did that setup. There we go. So this can go here. This can go here. And that is almost everything connected up. Because what's this leave us with? Well, it leaves us actually with 2 full belts. It leaves us with 2 full belts of sand. And you might be wondering, well, why did you build so many sand setups then? Because this is just 2 belts, and we still needed like 20 belts worth of sand. And sure, we could cut like the top off this one over here and feed the sand over here. That is definitely one possibility, and we might do that, but we could also look into the refiner at some point in the future. I think for now, or at least when we pick up next time and actually hook this up to our infrastructure and actually get the shaper going, that will happen in the beginning of the next episode, right along with us probably voiding this sand, maybe looking into the refiner, maybe looking into replacing some top lines of sand over here. But at least for now, this is the setup for the Saturn. Can I get up here maybe? I sort of wanna... want like a wide shot of everything. This... maybe it's better from this corner down here. Yep. This is our Saturn build. I told you we needed an entire floor. It's a monstrosity of a build. It's gonna take a lot of resources, especially, I mean, only really those rock salts, because everything else is gonna be running on rocks. It's very cheap. Some wood, very cheap. Salt, very expensive. But you saw it, the Shaper's gonna net us like 150 silver, or give us 150 silver for each sale. It's also gonna give us a lot of experience. So I am really excited. Next time we'll hook it up to the infrastructure. We'll get our first Saturn up and running. Sorry for taking a little bit extra time. Let me know what you want me to do in the future if this comes up. Do you want me to just stop in the middle of building a setup or a sub setup? Or do you want me to continue just till the next section like I did here? Or would you have wanted me to finish the entire Saturn build and let that be however long an episode that would be? Just leave a comment below so I will know for the future. And if you haven't done so already, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you'll see when I upload the next episode, and in the future other series. If you have any suggestions for other games that I should play, let me know as well. And it's been a pleasure. I'll see you guys next time. Can't we just have one last turn?